The Last Airbender is in cinemas at the moment, and it's a film based on the TV show, and now there's a game. But don't get it confused with that game that came out 4 years ago, which was a bit rubbish, which was based on the TV show. This game is based on the new film.
And it was developed in Australia.
Yes, and that's worth a chicken right there. We don't want to spoil the story, but it's a classic tale of a kingdom torn apart by war, of a young boy with special powers and a mysterious past on a quest to restore peace to the land. In the game, you can choose to play as either evil Prince Zuko, the mysterious stealth warrior the Blue Spirit, or the mysterious boy Aang, who happens to be the last of the Airbenders. Each one of these has different moves and attacks.
The gameplay is pretty simplistic. You control your character through a series of levels, following objectives and defeating waves of enemies until you reach the end.
At the beginning of the first few levels, you're offered a tutorial, but if you're watching this show, then you're probably safe to skip them.
Levels did seem pretty repetitive, didn't they, Badge? I mean, they just seem to go on forever. Every turn you take, there's always a group of goons ready to pounce on you, which made the game more of a grind than it needed to be. And when there are multiple enemies about, you usually get pinned down and killed, even when playing on easy. It's frustrating.
Yeah, and the game really needs a block as well, but there isn't one. You can only avoid attacks by jumping or moving out of the way. And I don't know, Hex, it just turned me into a bit of a wimp, I think.
Did you find you fell a lot too?
Yeah, a lot.
The character controls were a tad too sensitive, so I fell off a lot. And the only thing more frustrating than falling is having to start from way back and do it all over again.
Yeah, I know we're whinging a lot here, but I think it's deserved. I mean, the boss fights were so dull. It's just attack until its health gets low and then, like magic, minions appear.
Too many questions. Extra pay for the man who cuts out his tongue.
I like playing as the Blue Spirit the best, sneaking up from behind and taking out unsuspecting foes. You're able to dash as well and use flashbangs to stun your enemies.
In some levels you come across a shooting gallery which made for a nice change as you shoot fireballs at enemies on the screen. This is only available with Zuko. With Aang you'll be able to slow down time, which is pretty cool, and later on enter avatar mode. Here you'll have to waggle the Wiimote and nunchuck according to the directions on the screen. That looks and sounds fine, but gradually it just got annoying, and every time you make a little mistake you have to go all the way back, and I just hate it, Hex, when games do that to you. They're lengthening it and there's no reason for it. It's just mean.
The game also features a co-op battle arena, which we had a quick look at. The goal is pretty simple. Both players have to defeat as many enemies as they can before the time runs out. If either player dies, you simply have to wait for a few seconds for them to respawn.
You're also able to attack each other, which is fun, but there are only 2 arenas unlocked right from the start, and you have to unlock the rest from playing through the story. So we should wrap this up though, I think. Hex, what do you think? Final thoughts?
I'm sorry to say that I was disappointed, Barjo. I mean, it would be great to say that this is a good movie to game title that really adds to the Last Airbender world, but with such lackluster gameplay, it's just dull. So I'm giving it 4.5 out of 10 rubber chickens.
I think you have to be a total fan of this story to get anything out of it, because there's not much here for the gamer. I'm giving it 4 out of 10 fire-bending chickens.